So on another great win, what are your thoughts on that one?
Look, unbelievable performance, clean sheet, 7 goals. Can't ask for much more from the players. Different goal scorers again. It's I thought we played some amazing football from start to finish there, and I'm sure anybody that was in the ground enjoyed it. And some of the goals we scored, particularly the goals in the second half, were top class, and just thought we were unbelievable throughout.
Obviously, a second week in a row, 7 goals, 14 in the last 2 matches. How do you think the form's been, and do you think it kind of all builds to the same momentum?
Yeah, it's been top class, from everybody, and I mean that it's a squad effort. I think the players that have started today, the players that have started the previous games, the players that have come on and impacted the game, I think that's us. I think we felt something changing in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Even in regards to training, there's been a tempo, there's been an intensity, which is everything that we're about, and I think that's transferred into the games, and every single member of the squad has contributed heavily over the last few games, and long may that continue.
And obviously, you usually use up all 5 of your subs, but 3 of the girls on the pitch today, they're a lot younger. You have Nia, Rebecca, and Lucy all there. Lucy with her first start of the season. What do you think of them and their performance so far this year?
Yeah, look, Rebecca's probably played, the most out of the 3. She started half the games and done really well, and again gets a goal and assist coming off the bench today. Nia just back from injury. We know what Nia's capable of, and she's someone that we have high hopes for in the short and the long term. And I thought she did brilliant. And look, I have to special mention for Lucy as well. I think Lucy's been out of the team now for a few weeks, and we've seen today what an incredible footballer she is. And she's been training unbelievable, and to be able to take a player like Kiva Keenan out of the team, and for a 17-year-old like Lucy to perform the way she did, was a credit to her. And we're all delighted for her, and delighted for all 3.
And then looking forward to the All Ireland Cup, the first round of that next week. Do you think it'll kind of help moving on into that?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we want to win all 3 competitions that we're competing in, and that's where the squad will come in. We might need to make changes next week, whether that's the rest players. We have players like Jess today that had to come off with a knock, and we'll have to see how that is. We'll have to see how Kiva is next week. So that's what the squad's about. It's an opportunity then for the younger players as well to get more minutes and stake a claim for places.
And how important do you think, you mentioned there earlier, the depth in squad you have, when you've the likes of Roma and Kiva injured, Gemma Quinn injured, but you're still going out and winning 7-0.
Yeah, look, big time. I feel like every game this year we've been missing a couple. Today was Gemma and Kiva. Other weeks it's been Alex, it's been Nia, it's been Roma, and you can see when everybody's back fit, it's going to be a hell of a job for me to pick a starting 11 every week. But look, that's what I want. I think the competition for places is there for everybody to see. I think the players sense that. It means there's no complacency that will creep in, and I think that's what we want. And if we're going to be successful in all 3 competitions, we're going to need everybody. And 6 games into the league, it might not necessarily show now, but hopefully in 3 or 4 months we'll really reap the rewards from that.
That's great. Thanks, Milo.
Thank you.